I'm Cassidy here at Calliope Games at Gen Con.
And I'm Chris Leader with Calliope Games.
And also the designer of the fantastic game Roll For It, which you can buy here. Gen Con Roll For It. Do it now or I will cry. So we have a couple of big announcements coming up. Next year is the 10th anniversary of Suro. So we have a luxury edition of Suro coming out, as well as a Suro app. See? Ooh, ah. It will be available on Android and iOS in early 2015, and we have 2 rounds of beta testing that are open now, so you should sign up for that. Or again, with the crying, you can do that at thunderboxentertainment.com. Next year, we're going to be releasing a luxury edition of Suro for the physical gamers. Does that sound inappropriate? No, it'll be great. We're looking at components like a raw silk covered board, synthetic stone tiles. Have the texture of stone without having the same weight, so you can actually lift the box, which might be important.
You will be the envy of all of your gaming friends when you have this fantastic Suro game.
It's true. They will cry. There's a lot of crying in this interview.
A lot of crying.
Yeah?
This should be
happy tears.
There's a lot of crying.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And also dragon miniatures in a teak box, so all in all, a very lovely thing.
Beautiful centerpiece of the collection, that whole thing.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're coming in. It's insane in here. Come save me. The other thing we just announced is a Titan series Kickstarter. We're working with Rob Davio, Michael Elliott, James Ernest, Matt Forbeck, Richard Garfield, Seth Johnson, Mike Mulvihill, Eric Lang, Paul Peterson, Mike Selinker, Jordan Wiseman, and Zach Wiseman. Yeah! So what we're doing is taking their talents that are normally directed towards really in-depth Euro-style games and directing them towards family-style gateway games. It's kind of like our not-so-evil plot to bring more people into the tabletop gaming industry.
Yeah, if you got non-gaming friends that you wish would play games with you, the Titan series will be your way to bring them to the table, play some awesome games, and hopefully build the whole culture of gaming, and the community will get bigger and happier, and they won't cry.
They won't cry. It's also a cautionary tale. Most Titans were murdered and eaten by their children, so play games. No, it's true.
Yes,
it's a cautionary
we don't need
tale.
to talk about that.
We do. This is tabletop gaming news. We can be honest with them.
All right. There's a lot of murder and crying in Calliope Games.
No, there's not. Play games
with
with your children, and they won't murder and eat you. Tell them about the secret announcement and stop giving me that look.
Good morning, and welcome to the 3rd day of Gen Con.
Hello, God.
All right. So we have seen incredible success with Roll For It. A lot of people have played it with their gaming friends. A lot of families have played it. We've really gotten a lot of great stories about people playing it. So what we decided to do was build a package that gamers would really embrace. So Roll For It Deluxe.
This is going up today.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what we did was we put together Roll For It, the Deluxe Edition. It's in a tin with a flocked interior that you can roll your dice into. It's nice and soft, won't make a clanging noise. It's got a dice bag that's embroidered that you can put your components into. It's got beautiful dice. It's got the artwork from Echo Chernik. It's just kind of like this artwork that's behind us, this beautiful stuff. It really is a beautiful package. The whole thing's in a small tin you can fit in your pocket. You take it on the go. You can play it with people. They'll be like, wow, I love rolling dice. I really want to play more games. What other games are there? They'll love it. They'll play it. And that's kind of what we're going after with it.
And this will actually be announced tomorrow at noon, so this is like the pre-announcement. So congratulations, Tabletop Gaming News, for bringing you this information.
Absolutely.
We'll also have Tony Darling just as Calliope here tomorrow, along with the raffle for a shiny prize, which may or may not be the thing that Chris just talked about. Ooh. All right, I think that's about it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Anton Torres at the Fantasy Flight Games booth. Gen Con 2014, it is day 3. And I am standing in the middle of FFG's demo area, and behind me is the retail booth, and to my right is a wall of glass cases that includes not only some of the newest announcements that were revealed yesterday, like Imperial Assault, which is Descent in the Star Wars universe, and with a second mode of play, which is head-to-head skirmish game, but an expansion for Eldritch Horror, the first large box expansion, which is Mountains of Madness, has a first sideboard for Eldritch Horror and is drawn from the seminal H.P. Lovecraft Mountains of Madness story that you may have read if you're a fan. There's tons and tons of stuff to tell you about, but if you have not stepped by our booth, we are demoing some really incredible titles. So if you haven't stopped by the FFG booth, there are a couple of things that I really encourage you to try because they are only here. They have yet to be released. XCOM the board game is a board game where you and 1 to 4 players take part in defending the planet against alien invaders. It is XCOM in a way that you have not experienced yet, and there is a digital component. There's a free app that you can play on Android, iOS, a web page, Mac or PC, that at launch will be available. It is a cooperative game with an AI that is really horrible. It's an alien intelligence in the device, and it is like nothing you've ever played. Check it out here at the booth. We're also demoing Star Wars Armada. The Star Wars X-Wing game is something people have just run with. It's a fantastic skirmish game. Star Wars Armada is a capital ship tactical fleet battle game. So pre-painted capital ships, Star Destroyers, the Corellian Corvette, Nebulon 5, on display, and you can actually play with those ships here, learn the game. This is a deeper, richer experience where you're commanding squadrons of X-Wings, squadrons of TIE fighters, and giant capital ships maneuvering with massive batteries of cannons, and it's amazing. Try that. I don't know what else there is. Imperial Assault will be the last, perhaps I will say. Star Wars Imperial Assault is descent in the Star Wars universe with some really innovative new rules and a fantastic gameplay. We are demoing that here. You'll see a giant mob of people in the corner of the Star Wars area. That is Imperial Assault. Check it out yourself. Get your hands on and play. We'll see you next time at Gen Con, if not this year. Thanks for coming by.
Hey guys, this is John from GaleForce Nine. I want to tell you about what we're doing here at Gen Con. As you guys may know, we came out with the wonderful game Spartacus 2 years ago. It's been doing super well. We have our first expansion, which came out about a year ago. We have it back in stock. It's here at the show. So if you guys are interested in that, you can stop by. Next thing I wanted to show that everybody's excited about, we have a sneak peek for our new expansion for our uber successful Firefly game, Firefly Blue Sun. Cool thing about Blue Sun is that it adds another whole section of map, more Reavers, adds Mr. Universe and other stuff from the Serenity movie, and then more contacts, more captains, more locations, more crew, all kinds of really exciting stuff. Last thing I want to talk about, Sons of Anarchy, Man of Mayhem. If you like Spartacus and like kicking your buddies in the teeth around the table as you play the game and backstabbing and lying and cheating and stealing, then you're going to love this game. That's what this is all about. You are a rival biker gang, and you're all competing to see who can make the most money in 6 turns. Sounds simple, but it's not. There are Glocks, there are bags of contraband, because I can't say what's in the bag, and lots of money. So if you're into GaleForce 9, if you're into Sons of Anarchy, if you're into Firefly, please stop by booth 729 here at Gen Con. Enjoy what we got. Take care.
This is Plaid Hat Games. We're here at Gen Con in our newly enlarged booth. We had Dead or Winter here. We brought 450 copies. Sold out in 2.5 hours, so we don't have it here anymore. But we're really excited about it. We're running demos for it. We have the new expansion for Mice and Mystics here, Downward Tales. Adds a bunch of new tiles and new miniatures and a bunch of gorgeous art. So if you're a Mice and Mystics fan or you're interested in Mice and Mystics, stop by and see all the sets laid out together and the painted miniatures. We're showing off plushies for Mice and Mystics for the first time here at the show. And then we have our mainstays, our Summoner Wars and our Bioshock and our City of Remnants. We got demos of all of it. So if you're out there in internet land and you're going to be at Gen Con, stop on by.
Hi, I'm John with Ninja Division and Soda Pop Miniatures, and we're here at Gen Con 2014 having an awesome time. I want to invite everybody to come by and visit us and check out what we have to offer. We have an amazing show. We're launching Relic Knights, Dark Space Calamity. We're doing demonstrations. We have Drop Zone Commander behind us. We're doing a lot of great stuff on the show, and we also wanted to introduce some of our costumed actors here on the event. Miss Kelly Brown here is one of our Tentacle Bento girls, and Lauren Baker as a one-shot from Dark Space Calamity, and of course Marie-Claude Bourbonnais as herself. So, but we're all having a great time. Come by and check out the great miniatures and the awesome deals and the great limited special things that we have to show off, and we can't wait to see you. Talk to you soon.
Hi, I'm Jim Pinto from SoulJAR Games. Post Road Games is also here. We're at booth 2730. We've got the Karen role-playing game. We've got Dice Crawl board game. We've got Tournament board game. We've got a ton of cards. Got a ton of other role-playing games. The Karen role-playing game is Anthropomorphic Animals. Everybody seems to love that. Dice Crawl is Yahtzee meets dungeon crawling, and that's a big hit this con. And Torn Armor is a head-to-head skirmish miniatures game. Come on down.
Hi, this is Randy Schuneman at Steve Jackson Games. We're here at Gen Con in booth 1401. We've got a lot of new stuff. Mars Attacks the Dice game. A lot of news on things that have already been sold out at the show, but you'll be able to get in a month or so. Come on down and talk to us. We're still giving away prizes and pointing people towards the Munchkin Tavern this year. Have a good one, guys.